Hi everybody, so today I'm just gonna talk to you guys about schizophrenia and people with schizophrenia. And I know that I told you guys that I was diagnosed with schizophrenia before, but I'm just really in denial and also a really narcissistic. But then you have to go through your life and also just realize some things that aren't good for you and completely walk out of the system and also walk out of the person. So I that's why I am not in any therapy. I'm not taking medicine. I just live my life. I cannot cure from what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing. So here I am, and like what I said just now, walking away from a person. So I just want to tell guys that it does not mean that I escape from the mental health system. I escape from therapy. I escape from medicine. It does not make me less than the symptoms that I have originally under schizophrenia. So it's not that I'm denying that I am not like that person who is diagnosed. I'm just like separating myself from that because it doesn't help me. And I just want to warn you guys that I was diagnosed with someone who has schizophrenia, and I still have the symptoms. So that's definitely something I want to warn you as a person who is like this myself. I think I've seen on an app, like I have a lot of apps, like I love to just go through like Reddit apps or any other apps, like to inquire, to just read about other people's stories and everything like that, and I enjoy it. And I saw that this woman, or maybe some man, I'm not sure because I can't remember, was just saying how I think she was in a relationship with someone who has schizophrenia, and that person wasn't treating her or him very well. And I want to expose people with schizophrenia, and you guys can take me as an example because I do have what I see, what I hear is under schizophrenia itself. So people with schizophrenia, according to Carl Jung, which is like a psychiatrist from like the olden times, like he has studied people with schizophrenia, and people like he noticed people with schizophrenia have like autistic, narcissistic traits, and they also have poor ego boundaries. So basically, I'm not trying to hate on anybody with schizophrenia. I'm just trying to like warn you guys about people with schizophrenia because I mean, from that example from the story, and also about how I am narcissistic. I took a test. Even though I didn't go to the doctor for any diagnosis, I know I am because what I experience is just under, you know, like schizophrenia. Like, and I think it's really important to like know that you have to know a person well, and you have to know that if she or he has schizophrenia, you have to kind of be mindful about it. Like for me, I have never been in an actual relationship, but I know how I am, and I kind of know that from the story, from what Carl Jung said, that I am definitely very like aggressive. And also when it comes to relationships, like it's just really very, it might be hard, but I can't say for myself because I haven't been in a committed relationship. But basically you have to kind of know that if this person has a schizophrenia, you have to know that they're really narcissistic, they have poor ego boundaries, and basically anybody with like a mental health disorder that you want to date or get to know or be like relationship or anything more than that, you have to know how you can, what you're getting into, and how you can know how this person is. That's just what I'm warning you. So it's like you have to know if you want to be with this person for a long time, or you can just exit out of the relationship or whatever you're having, because honestly it's really tiring. And for me, because I have been like this for a long time, and they thought that also I had some kind of depression, and I don't think I have depression, but I do get really sad. And I just think that it's really important to know that if you someone with a mental health disorder, and coming from myself who lives on a daily basis of hearing and seeing stuff, and sometimes random bouts of sadness and anger, I think it's important that it's really hard for a person, and if you want to be with a person who have a mental health disorder or schizophrenia, I think because it's also really hard for that person. And I think for people with schizophrenia, I think, or just in general in any relationships, if you just can't, handle a person, I think it is best to leave. For me, unless you really want to tolerate the person, but to be honest, I just want everything to be fair, so I think it's best to first of all know what you're getting into. And if you're dating someone with schizophrenia, I'm not saying that they can't love someone, it can't be okay, but I'm just like sharing with you guys the traits about someone who has schizophrenia. And I mean no hate, it's just that I understand what a narcissist is, and they do have some traits. And for me, I do have narcissism traits, and it's important to know like when to leave, or if you really love the person, then you are a good person because you can tolerate that person. But like, don't stay if you do not like really like want to be with the person. Like, you can't like stay with a person just because. Like, there's always gonna be some reason why you need that person. So anyway, so I can't tell you guys how to spot a narcissist or something, but basically I'm going to describe how I am. So basically, a narcissist is someone who, like me, is very very sensitive to criticism, and I cannot take it. Like, I would be like, okay fine, like for example, I got like cyberbullied or something, I would just like fight back. I'd be like, that's not me and stuff like that. But I'd be so angry, I'll just keep thinking about it, and it's not really really pleasant for me. And then when other times, like, I would just have this like ideal romance in my head, which I told you guys about, like how I have like in a husband, but obviously it's not like in real life. But basically, like, like, I still have a husband, in me, because to me, because what I see, like people with schizophrenia who see things, they think it's real, and I really think like he's real, but it's not like he's really with me. But I do believe he's my husband, because especially when he has to let me go. So basically, I'm kind of like, I guess who would say delulu, but for me, it's true. And the other thing about that is that they always don't want to admit that they're wrong, so they will never say sorry, and that's me. Like, for me, yeah, and also comes about with my anger. And I don't know if other narcissists are really like aggressive or something, but I am naturally, and that's why I am alone, and I like to be alone. And but I love people, but it's just really hard for me to also connect with them. But that's another not a narcissistic thing. But for me, I do love to talk about myself a lot, and I'm like really awkward. So I think it's just because of my condition, and it's really hard to like talk to someone. Like, for me, like, I think if I want to go, if for example, if I go on a date, which I have never been, but just like theoretically, I'd be like, I really hate like listening to this person. I hate it. Like, I think it's a waste of time, and I just hate it. I just like, and yeah. So basically, that's how and that person is always like want a lot of attention. I think that's the most important. Like any other person, we don't want to be ignored. So basically, a narcissist would always want your attention. And I think if you want to destroy a narcissist, I think you can also just silent treatment them. I myself have got a silent treatment from guys, a guy I like and stuff like that, and it really destroys me. So I think the best thing is to just do a silent treatment to someone if you're dating someone who who have schizophrenia, or just someone who's a narcissist, just ignore them, like block them. It really destroy them. Like, I think it really affects me really badly. So yeah, so you can do that to them, and basically just everybody, you can destroy everybody with that, just like discard. So yeah.